I mean, obviously, I'll just say it. Garrett thinks that this hand was not straight in some way. There's no doubt about it. This is the most disturbed I've ever seen Garrett look at the table. And I think Andy's disturbed too. He doesn't. If you looked over there, it's like, whoa, what just happened here?
You're not the only one that gets lucky sometimes, Garrett. You don't have to get that upset.
Robbi did that for Andy. Robbi did that for Andy last night. She did that for you.
I'm putting me in this. Honestly, I don't know what's going on right now.
Yep.
That was the most insane poker hand I've ever seen.
Andy.
That's not a poker hand.
That wasn't. I played you and not the hand. What's the problem? I played you. So don't let me play you.
Yeah, just don't let her play you.
I mean, I don't know if that's a function of that she thought she could call.
Right? I mean, yeah, okay.
The reason why this is, of course, so strange is that...
But I also was
But she had the blocker to the straight flush draw.
Exactly, a jack of clubs.
Boom, that's the key card.
Eric, you done?
I saw that shit. It happens. There's some reason you did it.
There's multiple reasons I did it.
Wow. You only needed one. You thought Jack High was good.
That's like some spiritual guide from outer space.
I ran it twice because I didn't think Jack High could be good.
Oh, that is
You have bigger balls than most.
But it was.
I know.
Yeah. So congratulations.
And most men just bluff me. And I'm used to it.
It's a situation where it's like,
Embarrassed to show that hand.
is it possible that she just doesn't know?
You also
This is what's got to be going through Garrett's mind.
Right
You're the
now,
only one in it with me.
the streamers have gone crazy.
Does she just not know that she can't call with Jack High there, and that a bunch of bluffs beat her?
That's gonna make YouTube.
Or was the hand not straight in some way?
We are on YouTube.
No, but I mean, it's gonna be
I'll start in a couple minutes.
a clip. That's just
But both Garrett and Andy...
It's all on its own right there.
so sorry.
You let me do this to you post-stream, too.
I'll give it another minute, but just to, well, maybe I'll describe what I'm doing, because most people are gonna watch this after it's recorded anyway. So on this today, be watching the footage after the famous Robbi Jade Lew J4 hand, where Garrett Adelstein accused her of cheating. We're going to be looking at general behavior, but also dynamics related to Garrett thinking he was cheated. And this will include some footage that Garrett included in his report that he posted on the poker forum 2+2. Some of the hands that are in this immediately after the Jack-4 hand he talks about in his report. So yeah, this is the fourth of one of these live streams I've done. If you want to see more of these, go to youtube.com/readingpokertells, my PokerTales channel, and look in the live section. Previous one, I had a discussion with Lyman about all the factors and aspects of the Jack-4 hand, like why people either thought she cheated or thought she didn't cheat or thought the evidence was bad. And for what it's worth, neither I nor Lyman think Robbi cheated, or maybe it's more accurate to say that we think it's a big mistake to be certain or near certain that she cheated. If you're curious about why I say that, why we think that, you should watch the live discussion I had with Lyman, or I might put up a synopsis of what we discussed about, what we talked about on my PokerTales Substack. Quite a few factors in the mix there, and we discuss some of the aspects that made people highly certain that she cheated, including Brian, the production person, taking chips off her stack right after the craziness happened, things like this. So yeah, in some future live streams, I might. My original concept was to block the hole cards and not have commentating on, so I could just examine things in an unbiased way and not be biased by what people had. Watch streams I've never seen before. And I have not watched this stream before, but I'm going to leave on the hole cards and commentary because I'm interested in the dynamics related to the cheating accusation and such. You can learn more about my work at readingpokertells.com if you're interested. You can sign up for a free Verbal Poker Tells email course. I'm quite proud of that. It's a distillation of the concepts that I put in my quite long Verbal Poker Tells book. It's a very short form and I think efficient way to consume the ideas that were in that longer book. You can use the code LIVE, L-I-V-E, on my sites, readingpokertells.com and readingpokertells.video to get 15% off. And if you want occasional bigger discounts, you can sign up to my email list. I do occasional sales. So, yeah, we're going to start up right after the Jack 4 hand here. And some aspects that are worth mentioning that are related to behavior / tells. When I was looking at this 2 hours preceding the Jack 4 hand, and then also in the game the day before, which I looked at on the first couple live streams, I did some interesting things that stood out. You know, there was a lot of discussion of timing, and like I said on a previous stream, I was talking to a high stakes poker player who I sometimes talk with about tells, and we both agreed that timing was the most valuable and frequent kind of information that comes up, so that was worth mentioning. It's just there's still so much value in timing. Yeah, it's just a undervalued, still an undervalued source of information, I think. Eric Pearson surprised me a couple of times in a couple of big pots when his nonverbal behavior was quite opposite of what you usually see, and in a quite rare way. Like I even said, I don't think I've ever seen anybody give off tells that I associate with relaxation, strong hands, and then be bluffing. Like he had quite a couple hands where he had several instances of behaviors related to strong hands and relaxation. You know, for example, like a shrugging gesture when betting, and a couple other things. And usually especially when you see multiple things in the same hand, it's pretty reliable. But he flipped that a couple times, and so I mean, the nice thing is once you know that about somebody, you at least know that to not use that information for them in the future if you see it even once. But then if you start seeing it more than once, you start, you know, depending on how much you see it reversed, you might just start thinking like, well, I'm going to go with the opposite of the usual read for this person. I had the sound off when I watched that footage the day preceding the Jack 4 hand, so I didn't hear verbal stuff, but I had actually written about Eric Pearson's verbal stuff before, because I'd only watched, you know, this is the first time I'm actually watching a good amount more of his footage. I still think his verbal stuff would likely adhere to the usual patterns, but that'd be my prediction based on watching a couple previous hands of him. But those are some interesting things that I'll be keeping an eye on after this, in addition to just the general Robbi Jade Lew, Garrett Adelstein interactions. Yeah, okay. And if anyone has any comments on the stream, like volume or anything I'm doing wrong, please let me know, because I'm still quite new to this stuff. So, okay, yeah, not a lot of people on 2 people watching, but that's okay. I'm very bad at promoting these things, and it ends up getting, I think it'll end up getting some views after the fact, and that's okay. Okay, we'll start it up.
Last time we played.
Yeah.
They keep letting me.
So this is right after the Jack 4 hand.
50, 75, 100, 20, 10, 20.
I mean, obviously, I'll just say it. Garrett thinks that this hand was not straight in some way. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is the most disturbed I've ever seen Garrett look at the table. And I think Andy's disturbed too. He doesn't. If you looked over there, it's like, whoa, what just happened here?
Andy looks like he's seen a ghost too.
You're not the only one that gets lucky sometimes, Garrett. You don't have to get that upset.
It is interesting thinking about would this have played out differently if Robbi hadn't kind of kneeled him in a few ways. I think she was trying to do it in a, again, I think she's innocent, so I think she was trying to do it in kind of a, let me try to jest a little bit and do some light mocking and make it seem, maybe diffuse the tension. But I do kind of wonder how he would have, if he would have reacted differently if she hadn't done these kind of little needles she did, like, I got you, you let me do it to you, this kind of thing.
Robbi did that for Andy. Robbi did that for Andy last night. She did that for you.
Don't put me in this. Honestly, I don't know what's going on right now.
Yep.
That was the most insane poker hand I've ever
Andy.
That's not a poker hand.
That wasn't. I played you and not the hand. What's the problem? I played you. So don't let me play you.
Yeah, just don't let her play you.
We discussed this when Lyman and I a few days ago discussed this. I mean, we talked about how she's not the most reliable narrator either about what her own motivations are, because she clearly wanted to be, one of the cool kids and fit in, and so she's trying very hard to seem like somebody who knows what she's doing, which makes her, unlikely to be a reliable narrator during or after the fact, even about like what she was thinking, right? It's like she'd be unlikely to say like, I misread my hand, or unlikely to say, I didn't really have a good idea what I was doing, right? So she has an incentive to try to seem like she knew what she was doing.
I mean, I don't know if that's a function of that she thought she could call.
Right? I mean, yeah, okay.
The reason why this is, of course, so strange is that...
But I also was
But she had the blocker to the straight flush draw.
Exactly, a jack of clubs.
Boom, that's the key card.
Eric, you done?
I saw that shit. It happened. There's some
Eric's like, it happened. I saw it.
reason you did it.
There's multiple reasons I did it.
You only needed one. You thought Jack High was good.
That's like some spiritual guide from outer space.
I ran it twice because I didn't
your
think Jack
ear or
High
something
could be good.
Oh, that is like
You have bigger balls than most.
But it was.
I know.
So
And most
congratulations.
men just bluff me. And I'm
Most men just bluff me.
It's a situation where it's like,
embarrassed to show that hand.
is it possible that she just doesn't know?
You also
This is what's got to be going through Garrett's mind.
Right
You're the
now,
only one in it with me.
the streamers have gone crazy.
Does she just not know that she can't call with Jack High there, and that a bunch of bluffs beat her?
That's gonna make you.
Or was the hand not straight in some way?
We are on YouTube.
No, but I mean, it's gonna be a clip. That's just
But both Garrett and Andy
minutes all on its own right there.
so sorry.
Fucking amazing.
think
I
that
don't know what
something's
it
up.
was. It was amazing.
Garrett's like, I need a break.
You get a therapist in here or what?
I need one after that. At least I don't my...
I also think, I mean, I talked about this before, but the fact that she continually needles Garrett, I think is, when I initially saw the hand, that was a reason I instinctually thought she was not guilty of cheating, because I just don't think her like trying to jest and kind of needle Garrett would be the way a cheater would act. Like a cheater would probably be mostly neutral, or would not have an instinct to needle the person they just cheated, in a similar way that bluffers don't like to accidentally agitate somebody. You know, they don't want to agitate them into calling, right? You wouldn't want to agitate somebody more if you were a cheater and get them to make it be more likely to accuse you of cheating, right? Not that, not that such things are ironclad evidence, obviously, but I'm just explaining why I instinctually thought she did not cheat, and then I continue to think she didn't cheat based on the evidence that or thoughts that rolled in, other observations.
2% of the time he's gonna make something on 2 boards.
I don't feel so hungover anymore.
Oh, man.
Wow, look at Garrett. He's like
Just me and Eric.
he looks like he's seen a ghost almost. You know that there's all kinds of things going through his head.
One of my
The
buddies
ghost of future reputations lost.
man, the myth, the legend, fucking
Now I have a lot of experience with this from years ago with the possibility of someone possibly seeing the cards. And we saw this whole sample from Robbi today. Remember, she called drawing dead with the Jack-8 of diamonds, so it's just really strange.
The board's pointing out that she got money in bad in previous hands, which is another reason. You couldn't really find many hands that you think somebody would have played if they could see the whole cards.
trap.
See, I've never seen a hand like that. Ever.
Especially somebody that was going to play, go out on such a limb with Jack-4 like she did. You think if somebody was that inept at cheating, that they would have been in a lot more hands. She actually had like the lowest, pre-flop put in money percentage of the whole table, basically. So there's quite a few things that just don't point to somebody who had whole card knowledge.
First time.
That was the first time I've seen that.
Making history for you.
One trade. You had me.
I had to look at it twice. Just
There's nothing.
Eric's gonna bet 17,000 here.
I ain't trying to tangle with the bull.
Can you guys slide that for me, please?
And obviously it's much different if she had ace high. If she had ace high and raised the turn and he jammed, and she somehow thought, like, let's say she had ace king, and she somehow thought he was bluffing, that would make sense. But that just doesn't make sense with Jack-4. Look at this. This is crazy.
It is a crazy hand, and it's obviously a very badly played hand. But yeah, if you're curious why why I and others don't think that's a valid reason to think she cheated, I'd say watch that discussion I had with Lyman from a few days ago. It's in the live stream.
Am I the form?
You got a new tool for your tool belt now.
The wheels are turning.
Get scared of it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, after streaming, I will ask Alan keeping.
Man, I don't even think Alan could pull that shit off.
Mike is going to bring it in here for a raise. Rip going to 3-bet 10-10. And I don't know if Garrett is so frazzled by that.
Robbi, 30 pieces. Oh, sorry.
Rip 3-bets the 10s. Mike here with ace queen. And he's going to defend.
All right, Mike, me and you again, my friend. Oh boy. You seemed upset with me.
You look upset with me.
Oh no, you seemed upset with me, and you were talking about like
I'm not upset with you.
all the off-stream hands we played, but we didn't play any off-stream hands.
No, there was one hand post-stream. Somebody said that, like, do you see the hand that you bluffed, and then you let me do it to you again. I'm not upset with you.
She's not upset with you now.
No, I'm not upset with you.
Got
No. You look like you want to, like, murder me, but it's cool.
Here's the thing. Garrett is not privy to the other hands that went down earlier tonight.
Seen before, right?
And like I said,
You seem to be struggling to try to explain like how or why you
I
called
told you
me
why I
that.
did. I had
Okay,
Jack
go
of clubs.
ahead, explain it again because I didn't understand. I'm curious.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
I had a blocker with a jack.
Yeah,
Okay.
you understand what you're probably saying?
You had a blocker.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
If you want it, well,
No.
The thing is, she can't explain it.
please explain,
Give me a
because
second.
I'm a little lost about the hand.
Because you wanted me to fold.
Yes, yeah, I think he did want you to fold.
He definitely wants you to fold. Even though 80% of the time he's going to give me half.
You were saying you called because you had a straight draw? Was that one of your rationale?
You had a straight draw.
No, I had a blocker.
Oh, a blocker to the straight draw. Got it.
Let's play this game.
Is that 400? Hold on.
1,200?
4,000.
And obviously Garrett is trying to find out. I mean, he's almost like, obviously Garrett never asks people about hands, but he's trying to figure out, is there any rationale for calling there, and can she defend the
Why do you
action?
want me to explain it? There's multiple things that went into that.
Okay, go ahead.
It was ballsy.
Let's
for
hear
one.
it.
It was a hero call, borderline.
Right.
I did have the jack. Jack was also the clubs. There's 2 clubs on the board. Straight draw, backdoor flush draw.
You mean you called because you had a straight draw and a flush draw? Is that what you're saying?
And so like I
Got
looked
it.
a few combinations of what you could potentially be betting that height with,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's it. And also because you've bluffed me before.
Got it.
Semi.
Got it.
That was it. It wasn't personal. It was just like, I played you before, Garrett, so like we know what it's like. I'm priced in a little bit, things like that. And I'll see, like now we're trying to do a hand and
Just check something. I was curious. Right. At some point, I guess it was like after she got up off the table, she might have told somebody that she misread her hand. And so I still think, we talked about this in the previous stream, but I still think that's a possibility. And then she just didn't want to admit it and wanted to seem cool. Like, once she decided to say that she didn't misread her hand, it was hard for her to go back on that and so on. And then she might have felt pressure to tell the truth and say she misread her hand later. But then she took that back because maybe she, I think long story short, she's changed. She's not a reliable narrator because she wants to seem cool and seem like she knows what she's doing when I think she clearly does not, and was in over her head and was flustered and, kind of, not a good player in addition to probably being in the spotlight frazzled her a little bit mentally.
Garrett's going to get some action here from Ruski.
I also think that also gets into the variance associated with innocent people, like innocent people's behavior. Like if you were a cheater, you'd probably just think of a story and stick to the story, right? Like you wouldn't go back and forth. I think the fact that, that she went back and forth is less evidence of her being a cheater than it is of somebody being innocent and not knowing what to do and not feeling in it over their head and nervous and stuff.
1,000.
$1,000 in the call. Ruski now turns a pair.
Doing that in what?
The training session.
He's going to bet 4,000 now. Ruski is a non-believer.
Is it only in Chinese or is it?
The platform is entirely Chinese, and the coaches we're trying to recruit are all going to be Chinese.
And now Ruski has top full house here on the board.
It's tied in with PG, trying to get people to play on the platform, and then try to,
Yeah, Garrett's just going to give up here.
Because poker's like 20 years behind already. It's like it's been around, but it's like.
But I think what Garrett is doing is he's trying to figure out by asking her if there is a flaw in her thought process that might lead her to calling with Jack 4, or if it's indefensible. Because obviously Garrett and Andy think that there's something up and that hand wasn't straight in some way. Now, I will say I have a lot of experience with
I don't
this,
understand the question. What do you mean?
So you know, in U.S.
Yeah.
and Garrett is not privy to the hands that we saw before this tonight. In this night, and there was nothing weird about what she had done before from the sample I've seen, but certainly that hand is crazy.
Win something.
Well, I'll let you play your hand, but.
Mike X here going to raise it up to 1,500. Garrett's going to walk away here from the table, maybe walk it off. Rip here flops huge combo draw.
Not walking it off.
Robbi, nice hand. Great call.
What?
Great call.
We're just watching this again.
Great call.
What?
Great call.
Rip here's just going to call.
Okay. I have to say, if it was anybody else, he doesn't want to hear it, but it's because it was him.
Wow. I'm still in shock.
It was a hero call because of who it was.
Yeah. Robbi in the background talking about if it was only because it was him, it was a hero call.
Like,
With
in
a little bit
so
of
much shock.
And Rip here is going to bet 3,000.
Just previous experience, that's it. Simple as that.
And he'll take it down. It's going to be very, very interesting to see when Garrett comes back.
I don't think any of us like. Well, no, I don't want to say anyone. I personally could have never done that. That was.
Again, the reason and rationale is completely different.
No, I'm just saying that's amazing. Like I could never. I'm not even knocking it. I'm just saying like I could
Ran
never.
it twice.
That was still got me shook.
Maybe this was all secretly an advertisement for Faraz Jaka coaching. Maybe he told her, go in there and make the worst possible call you can, and we'll get some attention. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
But that'd be some good guerrilla marketing, though. I mean, I guess it wouldn't. Not like it would reflect that well on Jaka's coaching, but, you know, any publicity can be good publicity.
400. Okay. I call.
Sure.
Feels like somebody just popped the air out of a big balloon here at the table. Rip's going to bet 1,200 here. Robbie's going to call with a 9. Ruski's going to call here with an 8. There's an 8 on the turn.
Not much on the check yet, but I check.
Rip hates
Check
value
around,
betting.
there's a 6. And Ruski's got the best of it here with King 8.
All right, who has a 10 or a 7 or a flush or a straight?
4, 5.
Ruski bets 4,000. RIP also with trip 8s here on the turn, but with the worst kicker just calls. And it's over to Robbi here, so 2 trip 8s on the turn, the case 8.
You have a 7 down there?
And she's going to overcall here
Hey!
for 4,000.
Chop it up. Chop it up. Robbi's money. You got enough of it now.
And Rusuke's going to win it.
I had a hand.
King plays.
King plays, yeah.
Oh shit.
That's
right.
He was good try. I'm confused, but it's okay.
Well, there's still plenty of happy people here at the table, but I don't think Garrett is one of them because I
Happy
think
and
that
nervous.
Garrett thinks that something just happened to him, and I'm sure that we're going to talk about that spot for a long time.
You
A
have
long,
no idea,
long
Bart.
time. And again, because I'm privy to more information than Garrett was when she didn't do anything weird before that hand, especially when she called drawing dead with the Jack 8. There's two options, something that was up, which is what Garrett's trying to figure out, or she maybe just fundamentally didn't or doesn't understand that she can't call with Jack 4 because her explanation didn't make a whole lot of sense.
That's it, the 2000 straddle. That's correct.
And then it was just a very weird, because her explanation didn't make a whole lot of sense.
That's it, the 2000 straddle. That's correct.
And then it was just a very weird happenstance
Don't overthink it.
that looks incredibly bad. I mean, those are really what the two options are. As she picks up pocket kings here.
6,000.
This is a big hand.
He straddled for 2.
I really want to play my hand. Really bad. You only know what I'm folding. I'll see you later.
Can I have 100? 6,000?
Yes.
Calling?
She's going to win it here without a showdown.
I had a really good hand though.
I had a brother.
People in the chat are going crazy saying her explanation doesn't make sense.
Wait a minute.
And I agree that her explanation doesn't make sense, but does that ever...
Give me credit now because
I mean, most bad players' explanations don't make sense,
the Jack 4 off.
especially if you're trying to seem like you know what you're doing, and you don't.
Would that ever just mean that she doesn't understand that she can't call with Jack 4? That's all I'm saying.
Where's that? I'm working. That was a real hand. It was
Yeah,
a
I'm
big
not
hand,
playing any
okay?
hands with you, not today. There's some type of mojo, some type of spiritual guide you have in your corner over there.
First and last time I'll ever play Jack 4 off in my life. But if you straddle it and nobody else calls, let's go. Showtime. Action.
Check.
It's going to get limped around here.
Mainly just listening for the table talk.
Sorry.
I wonder what Andy's feeling here, too, because obviously he said right away that something was up.
Is it 4 or 3 of
Just 3 of us.
Well, he just said it was the strangest hand that he's ever seen.
Rip here is going to bet with a queen, and he'll take it down.
I think some.
The thing about these situations, and just by sheer coincidence, I had been tweeting about the whole chess thing with Magnus Carlsen and that guy Hans from this week, and there was a cheating scandal over in chess with this guy that beat Magnus. If you were to look at that hand in a vacuum, you'd be like, something was going on here. She knew the cards for sure, 100%, right? But you have to take some of the other stuff that you've seen in the immediate future. That's the only thing that I'm saying is that the other hands that she played before that would seem to me where she didn't really know anything. If you looked in that hand in a pure vacuum, you'd be like, obviously she knew somehow that what Garrett held.
Or she was just a very bad and maybe temporarily frazzled poker player.
But that's what I'm sort of going back and forth with here in real time. Obviously, her explanation when Garrett was sort of interrogating her didn't make any sense.
It's a tough thing to commentate on as Bart. You know, it's like you want to be real careful because you know it's going to be examined a lot, and you don't want to look, you don't want to look wrong either way. But Bart's making good points about, like, well, if she was cheating, you'd probably see more evidence of it, and like in the Mike Postle case, especially if somebody was going to play a hand, if somebody was going to cheat and play a hand that badly as a cheater and go really out on a limb with Jack high, you would probably see evidence of it in other hands. They wouldn't just like randomly pick the worst possible spot to cheat in. Yeah. But it's a tough thing for Bart to commentate on, or anybody to commentate on, because it's in the moment, and you don't want to lean too far in either direction, because you don't know, what's going on, and you don't want to misspeak, and you don't want to go too far out on a limb in either direction. Yeah.
But I'm sure there will be a lot of post-game commentary on that spot. And like I said, that's I've never seen Garrett have that look on his face after losing a pot, ever.
When I talked to Lyman said, and other people have said, if Garrett had won one or both runouts, would this ever have come up as an issue? I'm not sure. Maybe he still would have reacted the same way, even if he won both runouts. I mean, he was statistically ahead, because he had that really strong draw. I don't know. I think he might have. He didn't seem disturbed until he lost both of them. And I don't know the answer to that. I do kind of wonder that. Would he have still found it fishy, or would he have just rolled with it and thought, like, she's a very bad player, she's fishy, I'm glad to have her at the table? And I don't know. Hard to know. It's just supposition either way.
You been in LA? Vegas.
Okay, I'm out there.
Oh, yeah? What part?
Rancho in Charleston?
Yeah.
By the UMC hospital?
Yeah, I'm Rainbow and Sahara and Rainbow.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said, you get small money in bad and big money in ahead. Yeah, sure, but she just didn't play that many hands. I mean, you would expect, sort of like the Mike Postle thing. If you have a way to know you're ahead, you would get yourself in more river spots. And she just played very few hands, and the hands she did play just played, nothing that out of the ordinary. I mean, you would think you'd see more flops at the very least. She played very few hands, and just to say those two things combined, if you were going to cheat in the way that, and play a hand like Jack 4 like she did, you would presumably be getting in more turn and river spots and stuff and use the advantage you have, 'cause
yeah, I've been in Vegas since 1998.
I've been there since 92.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's also to the fact that she was...
Which is also why Garrett's, I was going to talk about it more in a bit, because some of the hands he mentions in this really bad, in my opinion, report. I mean, I think it's objectively just a bad and biased and like emotionally distorted analysis that he put together, trying to make the case that maybe her and Rip and Brian and maybe others had colluded. One of the reasons he tries to make it about animosity towards him is because, there are no, not really any other hands that you could point to, unlike the Mike Postle situation. So, but anyway, might talk more about that. But this report he wrote on 2+2 is just so bad. Like, some of the stuff he describes in specific hands, you go to watch it and it's like what he's describing is not at all what occurred.
She took time.
A lot of emotion. I think emotion really clouded his vision.
With that Jack 8 hand, it almost seemed like she was about to call from a few hands before.
I own casinos.
When he had it.
27 casinos.
When he had Queen 4. So that's what's really odd about this whole situation.
I've been around there for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Really well, actually.
That's cool. What about Cramsey?
Which one?
Cramsey, he works at...
No.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody said it makes no sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I know a lot of big guys but not...
Mike X here, a top pair.
Well, I think Cosmo's a part of MGM now. I don't know if Bill... Actually, don't even know if Bill's still there. $1,000? Alrighty. Sorry, Ruski.
Rip here's going to call with King Jack with the King of Spades. Turn is a 3. And Mike's going to continue to fire here. 1400. And he will.
I'll just note because it, I've talked about this several times before, and once for Rip. But when getting to general behavior tells kind of stuff, when somebody's waiting to act and they do a lot of ostentatious, unusual things, like looking at their cards, or like riffling their chips harder than usual, or like slamming their chips together, or like starting to stare at the person whose turn it is to bet. These any kind of ostentatious things will point to weakness, and we can see as Mike's thinking, you got Rip slamming his chips, looking around. It just shows, the general meaning is somebody is just not focused like they would be if they had a stronger hand, especially a very strong hand. But the general meaning is like somebody's in a more defensive / just mentally unfocused mode, and those are spots. I mean, I use that a lot when I played. I don't play much anymore, but I would often use that kind of stuff to decide to keep bluffing or then value bet or whatever it may be. Slamming chips. He's, drawing attention to himself basically. I mean, he could still have a pair of
Mike's
some sort, but
to fire here.
It makes the strongest hands much less likely.
1400.
I mean, I love seeing that kind of stuff on the river, when you're thinking about betting and you're either, bluffing or value betting, and just makes me bluff more. It makes me thin value bet for like a small amount more, these kinds of things.
He will take it down.
Can I off you like for first time this session? Because it seems like you do that to me every time.
You definitely did.
I wonder what Phil Ivey has to think about this, because he was at the table too.
The fact that Phil Ivey's at the table just makes this hand so much more epic. You got, I mean, as if it wasn't interesting enough, and you got Phil Ivey in the mix.
Ryan is telling me that we're going to have some interviews a little bit later with the players to give their thoughts about what just happened as well.
I tilted everyone off this table, yeah?
We broke the internet today, for sure. 14. The internet is officially broken today. Cannot get on the internet today. Broken. Lights out.
You know what I can't wait to hear
And Andy here.
is commentators,
Losing their...
how he describes the situation. Bart is commentating today. He's amazing, right?
The worst thing
He's
is
very
the
analytic.
hands I got away with before that.
Huh?
That's what I'm wondering. The other hands I got away with. That's gonna make it even worse.
Oh, because of the other hands.
Yep.
See, we don't, so.
Never happened.
Oh, I think she was saying because of the other hands, it's going to look even worse. I think she might be referring to, there was the only other hand that was like theoretically fishy was where, I think it was versus Garrett, where she raised the turn, like kind of min raised the turn with like ace high or something, just a high card, and got a fold. I think it was from Garrett, so maybe that's what she's referring to, that might make it look worse.
Ever. All night. Do I just keep letting you do it,
But I think she's saying, I don't think she's speaking in terms of worse as in cheating. I think she's just speaking about worse as in like winning against Garrett.
Well, Andy
in a borderline spot.
He checked back the turn here, and he's missed a huge draw. Rip, I believe, check called floated with absolutely nothing here, and it might end up winning in the pot. Just crazy.
Look if it works.
Leave check.
all night. Do I just keep letting you do it,
Well, Andy checked back the turn here, and he's missed a huge draw. Rip, I believe check called floated with absolutely nothing here. And it might end up winning in the pot, which is just crazy.
Look if it works.
It's 3,000. It's bad that Andy has hearts in his hand here.
And the opposite happens.
10 seconds.
Curious. What are you don't show me. I haven't called yet.
And it was actually Rip. Rip bet the flop. Andy called. Check on turn. And now Rip is betting the river. That's the action on this hand.
Interesting that Rip, kind of threatening to turn his cards over, which is kind of a stereotypical. You don't see it much, except in you see it a lot in low limit games. The threatening to turn over cards as somebody's reaching for chips to call, and somebody's I talk about that in my first book, but you don't actually see it that much. But I think Rip's just at such a kind of beginner recreational level that. I think he's showing that kind of behavior where it's hey, I'm ready to turn it over. That would actually make me more likely to call. It's always possible. He's just super relaxed and doesn't care, but it's a small bet too. But you do see that. I used to see it in limit games. Just to say it's probably even more likely in limit because it's such a small little defensive thing and people aren't really on guard and limit. Somebody will reach for chips and somebody's okay, I'm ready to turn it over. But yeah, I don't see it. I didn't see it much in higher no limit games.
And Andy's going to give it up.
That might affect, Andy did say, maybe that made Andy maybe that made him fold and not call. Because he did say I'm curious, but maybe he was just always planning on folding.
Andy's going to give it up.
If I had Jack 4, I would call. For sure.
You got Jack 4 there?
If I had Jack 4, I would definitely call.
If you call, Jack, I win.
I think so.
Is that really Lyman? Or is that just somebody using Lyman's name in the chat?
Take a look at the cumulative winnings brought to you by BetMGM Poker, and Robbi is up 164,000. Garrett still away from the table, down 125,000. And if you're just joining us, we had a situation happen about 20 minutes ago. As we take a look here at the VPIPs,
I think I was just
Phil Ivey sporting the 15% VPIP here.
This is the correct place.
We had a situation happen here that Garrett just lost a large pot with a hand that is literally impossible that someone could call him with, and he thinks that...
Literally impossible?
The hand was not straight. That's what he thinks. From my perspective here in the booth, because I saw all the other hands and I'm very experienced in this exact looking at things like this with another live stream from many years ago, she did some things tonight that would suggest that she didn't know the cards in earlier hands because she made plays that made absolutely no sense if she did know the cards. That's my only whole thing, but I'm sure there's going to be huge discussions about this as Rip flops top and bottom here with Queen 3. Mike with Ace 4 with the 4 of hearts. And I'm sure I'll be watching this stream over and over again to look at those hands.
Your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn.
You seem to be way ahead of me, man. You're probably 6-1 or something.
You can gamble and try to get a flush.
10 seconds, Mike.
It's interesting too. You can gamble and try to get a flush from Rip. A lot of statements will be truthful, and also the fact that what he said is a kind of a hand range weakening statement. What I call a weak hand statement. He's implying that a flush would beat him, which is or indirectly stating, or pretty much stating that a flush would beat him, which is a hand weakening statement, which you will almost entirely find from players with strong hands, because players who are bluffing don't like to weaken their range, right? If he were bluffing, he wouldn't want to state that he indirectly or directly that he had a weak hand, that he could be beaten by a flush, for example. You would think that varies a good amount, but the fact is most people just don't know that pattern, and even if they know it, bluffers still don't want to look stupid by saying a weak hand statement and then getting called and then being like, why did I weaken my range, right? So there's multiple reasons for why that's such a reliable pattern. So you should be very attuned when people talk about their hand strength. There's a lot of clues there, and people just don't know about it. But that's what my whole book, Verbal Poker Tells, is about.
You know, I have the wrong shape.
You're getting caught.
Oh, wrong shape actually. The shape is correct.
Maybe that's,
Someone was saying that she did a great raise against Eric with ace high. If you go back to that hand when she had ace king, she had the best hand with ace king. So why would she raise Eric?
Oh, maybe it was Eric, the hand I was talking about, where she raised someone and it was like the only other borderline, theoretical cheating hand where she like almost min raised on the turn or something. So it was versus Eric. It wasn't versus Garrett. My fault on that.
When he had a worse ace high, those are the things that I'm trying to talk about, where you have to take all this stuff into sort of consideration.
I think what she doesn't realize is that
Bart's doing a good job pointing out that, I really respect him for pointing out these things in her defense, because he knows that he might suspect that people are just going to kind of go crazy, which they probably already were going crazy in the chat, like accusing her. And, I think the nature of these kind of like online witch hunts is so many people just jump to conclusions way too quickly. Like, it's the certainty that's the problem. It's one thing to think maybe she cheated. It's another thing to be like, she has to have cheated, right? Like, that is, I would not want those people in any jury of my peers, let's just say.
calling that and being right, that's nothing wrong with that. But she's still upset, like maybe she doesn't see it in herself, like looking at him, I mean, you won the hand, that's it. Let it go. And she doesn't mean it, but
Not sure what Mike's saying there. I missed that. Kind of roll that back. I'm just kind of curious.
Sort of consideration. Best hand with ace king. So why would she raise Eric when he had a worse ace high? Those are the things that I'm trying to talk about, where you have to take all this stuff into sort of consideration.
I think what she doesn't realize is that, calling that and being right, that's nothing wrong with that. But she's still upset, like maybe she doesn't see it in herself, like looking at him, I mean, you won the hand, that's it. Let it go. And she doesn't mean it, but
maybe Mike's just saying she needs to relax and let it go. She's, which I think she is understandably disturbed and made anxious by Garrett's behavior and, the tension in the room and everything. And especially for somebody who just wanted to, probably, in my opinion, just wanted to fit in and be be a cool poker player for a little bit. She's gotten in a very anxious situation.
Raise to 6,200.
It's an insane call.
It was crazy. It was the same one I seen. Sure.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Right before that, we were talking about Phil Ivey's stories. I'm like, I want to hear Eric's stories. His stories must be a lot more fun.
I don't know, man. I'm terrible. Other people have to tell them. I don't remember my shit very well. Honestly, like, if Ann was sitting up here, I just, stuff don't, stay with me.
What am I, 2?
Yeah.
2-4?
Yeah.
Obviously, the chat's going crazy. I just saw a comment that I want to address. Someone said in the live chat, did she think that she might have had a 3 because she said, is a 3 any good? The only thing about that, though, is that wouldn't she say, I misread my hand, I thought I had a 3? If she thought she had a 3, wouldn't she say that? Or, we can keep going down the rabbit hole, did she not know enough to say that? Like, in the sense that she thought she had a 3, but she just didn't say it because she didn't understand what was going on. She didn't know.
Plus, I still think it's in play that she thought she had a 3. We can see in Garrett's write-up, I mean, he mentions the fact that she went back and forth in her claims of misreading her hand. I think she mentioned it after the hand. I mean, there's a clear motivation that she would have to not, theoretically not want to talk about misreading her hand right after the hand because she wanted to seem cool and act like she got it right and she was good enough to make a sick call, you know. So we can see some of that motivation maybe to not seem amateur, so amateur that you misread your hand and such.
Call looked.
And then maybe when she really saw that Garrett was accusing her of cheating later, maybe she started to say she misread her hand again, and then maybe she went back on it because she was like, no, I got to stick to my original story because I already said I called with Jack high, you know. So just say she's just an unreliable narrator no matter how you slice it.
So she didn't make a point to say, oh, I meant to say I had a 3, because she said, is a 3 good? But that obviously could have been speech play. So that's another whole thing there, too.
Garrett's going to get Robbi super fucking pissed right about now.
Huh?
Garrett's going to get Robbi super fucking pissed right about now.
Garrett's going to get pissed?
Robbi
pissed?
Thank you, boss.
There's Ryan, Garrett, and Robbi are all talking right now.
Oh, there's 3 more talking?
Ryan, Garrett, and Robbi are talking. This must have been when she gave the money back.
They are talking right now.
They are talking. So Garrett's going to get Robbi pissed? Oh, because he's going to accuse her basically of doing something.
What did she do?
Nothing.
1, 2, whiskey 4.
Oh, she didn't do anything.
I mean,
Super
to his
easy.
credit, her explanation makes no sense.
She
Right.
doesn't even have to explain.
Yeah, he doesn't have to explain, but
She just thought Jack High was good. There's no other real explanation.
Right.
She thought there was a good enough chance that Jack High is good, and he's exactly on that fucking draw, which is insane. I understand what Garrett's meaning. It's like...
For sure.
And obviously, she never said she had a 3, because this is all the players.
Huh?
She tabled Jack high, so I don't know if I can ever buy that she thinks she has a 3, as some people are suggesting, even though she said it in the hand, is a 3 any good? Because why wouldn't she say, I thought I had a 3, I misread my hand?
Meanwhile, she's not sitting here.
Theoretically, to seem cool, not saying I believe that's what happened, but that could be a motivation once you show it and you're trying to seem like a cool poker player.
He's not sitting there. Phil's betting baseball.
3-bet here by Ruski with pocket 8s, and Rip is going to call with pocket 6s.
Raise 6,000.
Wow, and Rip.
Interesting, like very quick and straightforward raise from Rip. Haven't seen him bluff much in this game.
Is going to raise it here to 6,000. Ruski's
Snap call.
He's going to call with 8.
Snap call from Ryuski.
8s with the 8 of spades.
You know, snap calls. We've talked about the bet timing a good amount in the live streams. But yeah, if you get a snap call of a significant bet or a raise on the flop, you know, that's almost always going to be some medium strength hand, right? Like stronger hands and weaker hands are going to have an incentive to think. I mean, at the very least, it tells you that someone quickly decided they weren't going to raise, which, you know, most strong draws and people are going to at least consider with a little bit, even if they end up calling. So that kind of behavior just would make me, you know, that's the kind of thing I would continue bluffing on and such when I get that kind of snap call, and assuming the player's not always, you know, quickly acting.
Hey, where do you live?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Check, check.
It's 92.
And the river's a 6.
You travel around between all the work.
So Rip
You know, the places.
has a hand that beats 8s, but not what you would think.
I have a house up in Washington, too.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm based out of Vegas.
Interesting here that, yeah, Rip's doing some of that ostentatious behavior I mentioned before when he was weak. You know, he could just, you know, maybe he's balanced and often does that stuff. But, you know, he's also, you know, it goes to show it only goes so far. But by and large, when somebody's like waiting to act and doing a good amount of things, they'll usually be, I mean, the usual behavior is for somebody to be more stoic when they, hit a hand or have a strong hand. But yeah. I mean, he mostly is more stoic compared to what he was doing before. He just looked at his cards and actually I might watch it again.
Rip.
Where do you live?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Check.
It's 92.
And the river's a 6.
And you travel around between all the work.
So Rip
the places.
has a hand that beats 8s, but not what you would think.
I have a house up in Washington too.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm based out of Vegas.
Yeah, he's not being as I would say he did double check his cards, but he's not being as ostentatious as he was in one of the previous hands or a few of the previous hands where he was like bouncing chips together and doing various things and let's see how he handles this.
And obviously a clear value bet here from Rip.
Man, if you would have made that call on Gary, say he would have fucking died.
If I made that call?
He would have just died because I had just fucked him up, and then he was on tilt, and then you would have just fucking double tilted it. I don't know what happened, dude.
No, Brewski's gonna check folds.
You can't get off that tilt because he would have been
Half
stuck like
pot
500.
bet for Rip. Nice and leisurely. Took his time making that bet.
Some people saying
Jack high before, but not on that board. I've called it on like a deuce 3 something, and there was like 2 hearts, and it was like for like 20K or something. I made the Jack high call, but it was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah, and that's a good point that Andy makes up. You can make Jack high calls on certain boards.
Hand, but she min raised to 20 with Jack high, 10 to 20.
Yeah.
With Jack high.
I mean, the mistake is trying to compare her to good players. That's the first mistake. I realize it's for high stakes, and that's what really makes people, look at it differently. But you got to remember, she's not a high stakes player. She's in over her head. If you saw this kind of call in a 1-2 game, nobody would bat an eye.
They're both on kind of left and somewhat of a draw.
The whole thing was just
She
weird.
had no draw at all.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Never seen anything like
You can make Jack high calls
I've been
when
talking about that one for years.
straight draws miss that are like 7-8. We saw Durr do that,
The single craziest hand on the internet ever.
but not on that board.
When the cards were flopped, I was looking at everybody's face. Everybody was shocked.
Yeah, I had to read the board twice.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, wait, sorry. Raise.
See, the thing is, Jared had 21 cards twice.
Raise 5,000.
Ruski gonna 3-bet it up here to 5,000.
Twice. That's 21 fucking cards, dude. That's as many cards as you can possibly have.
Heads up.
Different type of wow.
And Andy here flops top. Ruski with a gut shot has the 3-better, so Andy's got command of his hand.
But isn't it true that she had only 6 outs? Like,
No.
But with her exact hand, she could hit.
She doesn't need to hit anything. She just needs Garrett not to hit one of the 20 cards.
I see. Yeah. That one. Yeah, of course.
She has 24 cards. Garrett
Turn
has
is an
20,
ace.
The way it actually is.
Because she was ahead. She
She doesn't have to do anything.
Andy now with aces up. Ruski, of course, doesn't beat a 10, doesn't beat the nut flush draw.
Wow.
Let's try to figure out what he's going to do. As we have 22,500 viewers, I didn't know we were going to get up to that this soon. It seems like the internet is caught up to what just happened about a half an hour ago. I've been doing my best to read some of the chat comments, but they're going by way too fast. Ruski going to plow through here for 12,000, and Andy just deciding what to do here because it's Ruski who 3-bet pre-flop, so Andy now with ace-10. Just going to call again. 40,000 to the river, which is a brick.
Check.
And Ruski has given up now. He's going to check, and obviously Andy's going to value bet. There's a shot that he could get called if Fusuke somehow thinks that he's got busted front door hearts here or something. Let's see the sizing.
What's cool is Vegas is like
38,000.
Well, he's going to go full pot here. And Fusuke just folds immediately.
Yeah. It was so weird during COVID, man. They boarded up the palm.
The other thing about that, too, is that if you're playing against a professional, like, say, for example, Garrett was playing against Andy, and I must say, just giving you an example, somebody else who's a professional, and a professional called with Jack 4, you'd know he would be cheating, right? 100% you'd know he'd be cheating. The questions that I have about that spot is that if you're playing against someone who's a non-professional, is it possible that they don't know any better? Her explanation didn't make any sense, but is it possible that she didn't know that she can't call there in that spot? Like that even if she thinks he's bluffing, that she just can't call, like that she doesn't know that much. She doesn't know enough about poker to know that. As we go 4 ways. And a set of deuces here for Andy. Eric has a flush draw, so we could see a pot here. And he's going to raise it up right away here. Raise it to 8,000, and Eric is going to make a quick call.
You know, snap. You know, like I was talking about snap calls. I think
against set.
Yeah, I think if Eric had a
pretty big brick on the turn.
I think if Eric had like a ace-high flush draw, you'd see him think a little bit before calling, right? Like the snap calls will usually, you know, rule out the strongest hands. Like if you were Andy, a snap call would make you feel much more comfortable that you weren't up against, you know, at the very least, pocket nines and pocket fives, right? Those kind of little pieces of information can make you feel much better about removing the strongest ranges, right? I mean, it's just so unlikely that if Eric had top or middle set that he would just like kind of snap call a raise there. You have every incentive to think about maximizing value, and even deciding to slow play can take a couple seconds. So just to say, though, the timing can be very important. I mean, because it makes the difference between like value betting versus checking so many of the times on the river. And like I would still think, you know, for most players, a flush draw is still in the mix. I was just saying, like, I think a ace-high flush draw, people would usually think a couple seconds, even if they were going to call.
And Andy here going to bet 24,000.
Oh, he bet more than pot, huh? He bet
big bet over the size of the pot here.
Over 24 into 20,000.
And I will say that Eric is one that does correctly fold draws a lot. We saw him fold queen 4 of clubs before. Recognizes that it's a dry flush draw and just gets rid of it.
Robbi's
back at the table. I don't know what's going on. Did she just pick up?
That was probably when she gave the money back to Garrett, I imagine.
I don't know. I hope not.
She's got it. I don't know what's going on. She took a rack of chips over there.
Why is Garrett? What the fuck is going on here?
There's Garrett.
There's nothing to talk about, right?
Wait, where's Garrett?
And it looks like Garrett and her are talking over there.
Trying to see where he sees that. Not sure where he's seeing that. Am I blind? looking at?
What the fuck is going on here?
There's Garrett.
There's nothing to talk about, right?
And it looks like Garrett and her are talking over there.
And Rip's friends with her, so he's probably concerned.
Check.
Heads up. Check.
Check.
Check. Still check.
Check.
I'm gonna check the winner.
I'm gonna bet the winner.
Why?
1,000.
Fucking hate you.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eric adheres to a lot of the general verbal patterns. Like, obviously, saying "check the winner" is pretty obviously a defensive statement, right? Like, it's so common for people to do that, and I think it's probable that Andy finds that actionable information. Like, he knows Eric has some really small pair or something, and yeah, these are things that come up a lot, and they're pretty common. Obviously, some people will still call when they do that stuff, but it's a common patterns. Little patterns, sure, but they add up over time.
Does nothing for me.
Obviously, I have it.
Oh, wait, Andy did have it. Yeah. Sorry. I missed that he actually had it. But I think if you were going to use that as information, you'd probably bet a little bit bigger there.
Yes, sir.
5,000?
Shadow 800. Shadow is 800 on his hands.
Well, here comes Garrett.
What the hell?
Curious how their dynamic plays out if we see them. I haven't watched this stuff.
Did he really get that back? Fucking Garrett's a deep sea fisherman. How did he do this?
Did she give the money back to Garrett? Is that what they were talking about?
What's happening?
What is that? That's Rip out there with the hat. What is he doing out there? He seems heated about something.
Yeah, they're touching Rip's arm. Rip seems heated.
I think that's what she did.
Well, she definitely gave the money back. I saw it, but like.
Yeah, she took it from the rack here. That was her rack. Just gave him $150.
What?
What is going on?
Rip's yelling. Fucking.
What is
I
going
would
on?
take that money back.
That's Rip.
Yeah, I would. I take that money. Never mind, I take that money back.
This guy fucking takes the money back she won from you? No, he's a pussy. You are a fucking pussy.
He's cursing at Garrett.
I'm out.
Rip saying he's out.
What is going on here?
Give her the fucking money back. He made her fucking give him the money back.
This is really unanticipated.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm out. I don't play in this fucking shit. He fucking made her give the money back.
What do you mean made her? How do you make?
He
How do you-
fucking told her to give the money back and so accused her of cheating.
How do you make someone give the money back? I don't understand.
I don't know. He took it. She fucking he somehow talked her into giving the fucking money.
Why would she be willing to do? If she didn't cheat, why would she be willing to give the money
Why
back?
are you?
And if she did cheat, why isn't she being arrested?
Why would she give him the money back?
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
thing. I
understand.
mean,
That's strange.
And, like
So
how?
which is it?
Well, it's weird now how do you slice it, which is, like a lot of aspects of this hand, it's weird no matter how you slice it.
Two outcomes here.
But to me, I mean, we talked about this, Lyman and I, when we went through the various factors. Many people think that's evidence, some sort of evidence of her cheating. I think it's actually evidence supporting her not cheating. I think she was, I think a cheater would never give the money back because, like, you're in it for the money. Why would you ever give the money back? There's nothing to be gained there, and you'd be glad to have made some sort of score. Plus, presumably, you're in it with other people in the cheating scheme, and you would have to. think about their reactions to you giving the money back, right? So it just to me, it's more evidence of her being frazzled and wanting to being in over her head and feeling anxious and wanting to diffuse the tension. Because she didn't get into this to make money; she got into this to seem cool and be a cool poker player on the which is nothing wrong with that.
The fuck is going on?
It's 8 to call.
Wow, man.
So I'm curious if Rip actually left here, because I thought there were some hands. I thought Garrett talked about maybe they were previous hands before the Jack-4 hand, but we'll see.
This game's fucked up.
I thought there were some hands with Rip.
This game's fucked up. This game.
Call, and you're out the
You just lost him too. Like, what's going on? What the hell, Andy?
Players.
Maybe they come back.
Damn.
Check. 1200.
Are you okay?
I mean, Andy's question, why would you give the money back if you weren't cheating? It also applies the other way, too. Why would you give the money back if you were cheating, right? It's not like a lot of things. We can be too quick to jump to evidence of something meaning something when we should be asking, like, are there other ways that could have happened? And is that really evidence that we think is evidence when often it's just really not, because there can be multiple ways things can play out.
There's about to be like
Thank you.
Can you give me some change, please?
Yeah.
So Garrett's leaving.
The face that Eric is giving is the face that I have if you had a camera in the booth here. It looks like Garrett is
Look at you, got that shit back.
getting up.
Eric called him like a deep sea fisherman or something. What did he say about getting the money back? I think Eric is more on the side of Robbi, or at least on the side of like not being convinced that anything underhanded happened.
That's impressive.
I don't know what's going on
I
here.
think I've never seen that before.
But apparently she gave the money back to
Bro, if-
Garrett,
can
which
I have my money
is
back?
really bizarre. Because why would she do that
So good.
if
I'm not even sure I want to play poker if that's how it is.
You're the 100.
that's really strange?
And Mike, you're 600.
That is really, really
I should have
strange.
been instigating this more. And you must really like Garrett.
Because I'm mature.
he does really like it.
I do like Garrett. It's me. Man. I told you, this game's fucking jacked up right now. Like, there's no rhythm
I
here.
want to play it. I don't know. I hope this game doesn't break.
It's not gonna break.
You know, none of it makes sense. Like, she calling doesn't make sense.
They're giving the money back. makes
Giving
sense.
the money makes
No,
even
but like
less sense.
how can she be cheating? Like there's no devices. Like there's no
not-
way that she was.
like,
Yeah, so why would she give it back?
I was like, my mind was blown when she made a call. But I
Yeah.
understand. Like
She gave him 125 back. She did. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what everyone's mind's blown right here.
what is going on?
And the dude who we need to stick around says he's quitting because she
Heads up.
said like
I mean, they're friends, business partners, so I understand, like, you know.
Talking about Rip and Robbi.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that means. Why is that dude so heated, Rip, anyways? Mike
They're
says they're
friends.
business partner. I don't know.
I don't know.
Check.
Like, presumably, if you were a cheater, you'd be prepared for people theoretically accusing you of something fishy, right? Like, and you would have a set story. You would decide. You would almost certainly not want to give the money back. You'd have to worry about your partners in crime being upset that you're giving the money back.
2600.
Alright. Maybe we should take a break.
Well, I don't know if we're going to pause the action here for a second take a look at the Bet MGM Poker cumulative winnings.
Let's play.
You want to play?
You want to play? I don't want to break. Definitely don't want to
2
break.
minutes, use the restroom
I
quickly.
would love to play.
Andy doesn't want to break. Robbie,
No problem.
the big winner here tonight, 164,000. Garrett down 125,000. Garrett has left the game.
I guess.
Here, let's.
2-4, 2-4-4.
Well, Garrett evened out.
But
Got his money
currently
back.
Garrett,
Why don't we play
Robbie,
three-handed Omaha,
Rip,
like 1-200.
I can't.
Just for a
Mike,
couple minutes.
and Ivy
I don't
are all
know.
away from the table.
This is like a chance.
And
to
Andy's
play.
like, let's just keep playing. Let's just keep playing.
I don't care.
We'll just say 2-4 till everybody gets back.
2-4 until we get back.
Two blinds.
Until things.
It's all good.
Then, of course, Andy makes a good point. He's like, how is she cheating? There's no devices at the table.
God damn, I should have bet more.
Whole situation is definitely bizarre.
Oh, good hand.
3,000. I know you'll flop with any 2 cards here.
Rusuke's got a 6. We know that.
You know, none of this is gonna be aired, right? Like, there's no way they're gonna air this. They're just gonna cut it. So.
Well, that's not true.
Check 3K call.
Well, Andy thinks they're gonna. Andy thinks they're gonna hide the. Try to hide it.
Eric turns an open-ended straight draw here.
Bet 9,000.
You'd rather trade hands. I'm telling you right now. You'd rather have my hand than your hand. I guarantee it. All right, Rusuke.
Oh yeah.
No! I don't know how you did this. Fucking.
Well,
Good call, good call.
Eric gave up at the end.
Cannot believe we should get that money back. Two, 4.
As someone who loves money, Eric's like, I can't imagine being a cheater or a non-cheater giving that money back. That's what really is boggling his mind. Which, yeah, doesn't
The
make
players are
sense
still
either.
looking outside those glass doors. Something, but Garrett is gone. He picked up and left. That's he's never done that in a live stream. Obviously,
Now security comes.
Security's come? What does security gonna do?
Now.
I don't know if Garrett is
Security shows up.
picked up because Rip is so bent out of shape,
There
or
they are. Right on time.
what.
It's funny. Why did she get the money back? Wow.
Is this true?
Yes.
Money back?
She gave the
Wow.
money back, Risky. It makes no sense to me.
400.
$800.
800.
It's so cheap.
800 too much.
So
much?
Feldman just told me
Oh my
that Garrett
God.
was gonna come back and
400
play.
call.
He was gonna come back and play, but because Rip was so
2-4.
made such a huge scene and was so, I guess, aggressive out there with the shouting, that he was too frazzled to come back. So this is what Feldman just told me. He was gonna come back, but now he just left because of that
1,000.
whole situation.
I call.
I don't really know what Rip has to do with it. I don't know why he's so bent out of
Let's
shape,
get these players back.
but
Let's
obviously
play
it's
some
not a
poker,
comfortable
guys.
situation for Garrett.
Well, they're friends, and might not have been that obvious to Bart at the time, but they're friends, and Rip clearly felt like she was bullied in some way.
So he has left the
Let's
game,
fast family pot.
3 players.
but we're still going here. 3 ways.
3,000.
Eric's got a pair, got middle pair here with 9-6. Rusuke up and down,
This is
straight
my
draw.
fault. Never fold.
I'd also say, like, getting back to the behavior, in the same way that I thought Robbie's behavior when I first saw the hand was more indicative of somebody innocent, I'd say the same about Rip, like Garrett's idea that Rip and her were in cahoots or something. I think Rip's outburst at him actually makes it more likely he's innocent, because I think cheaters cheaters like to avoid angering their victims in the same way bluffers like to avoid agitating people when they're bluffing, right? Like, I just don't think you'd see an emotional outburst from somebody who was cheating somebody. They just wouldn't want to rile things up. They would be thinking things through more. They'd be less likely to engage in emotional outbursts. So to me, that both of their behaviors, to me, just, you know, there's a limit to how useful, you know, behavior can be, but that's just things that make me add up to the innocence too.
Heads up.
Oh, what a turn card here. What a turn card here. Eric here with 2 pair. And Rusuke just going to be slow with it because of the flush. Check calls the straight. River's a 4.
Check. 14,000.
So Eric is going to value on himself. He's going to
No
bet
flush, please.
14,000. Rusuke says, no flush, I win. And Ryan was also telling me during that hand that that Rip and
the money back now.
Robbi are friends,
Cheating?
but the whole business partner thing,
Sorry.
Ryan doesn't know, and
Do we go back to
So-
the
Sure,
we
whatever.
don't really know why Rip is so bent out of shape
The
about it.
400.
I mean, even not knowing anything, if I watched the footage leading up to the Jack 4 hand, I thought it was kind of obvious that Rip and Robbi were friendly, like the way they interacted. Felt like they had some sort of friendship off the table. Like, I didn't think they interacted like strangers. So, and plus then you add in his emotional outburst. Thought it was kind of clear, like he must know Robbi.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to convey the most amount of info.
4 till he pick up a 5.
But what happened was that Rip went out there and was obviously shouting.
Yeah. Either
You
Straddle
can still
with
hear
one-
shouting.
Still shouting?
One hand.
Hear Robbi.
And apparently Robbi gave Garrett the 120,000 back.
2-4?
Rip went nuts. Garrett does not feel comfortable, and Garrett has left.
Please don't be a good hand. So waste. Why do I even look?
Hey, because I didn't play. If I play, you don't get that hand.
いや、ちょっと調子が悪いんだけど、とんでもないことが起こって、ギャレットがターンで1万打って、
You know what she was when she was saying to us right before she walked out was like, if you see the hands I play, apparently she was bluffing or raising with some really suspicious hand, like very, kind of bluffing all the time. Like she was like,
Not really, though. I mean, she played very few hands. She had one hand, like they talked about versus Eric, where she raised with ace high.
if you guys see that, that's
Raised
crazy.
on the turn.
I don't know. She was 3 for 3 with me. She had it all 3 times.
Yeah, and so I don't know if it's a guilt trip on her part or
24.
like what
Stress.
What the hell is going on? That
I don't know, man. She shouldn't have gave that money back.
It's the same thing that leads to false confessions. You just want to set you think somehow that you can diffuse the situation by giving in to the pressure. Everything will go back to normal somehow, when you're under duress.
yeah, I mean, if you win
It
something,
actually makes you look guilty.
exactly.
Like if you're not guilty, you should never give that money back.
Yeah, he's got a good point. It makes you look guilty. Yeah, and a cheater would definitely not. I think a cheater would definitely not give the money back.
I can't imagine a scenario where I give that money back.
Is the show going right now? Are they?
yeah, they
We're
are.
going, yeah. I'm announcing the.
Yeah, we are.
I can't imagine this is gonna air.
We're on, yeah. Confirm.
We're on the air.
Yes.
It's
sir.
live.
Live. This is live.
This is
Yeah.
for the.
Not for sure that we're gonna cut it.
Andy realizes it's live.
Of course, we're not live. We're on a delay, but
200,
the
right?
show goes on, and we've got 25,000 concurrent viewers here so far tonight.
Good for business.
And it seems like this situation just continues to have interesting layers and layers and layers as Mike X picks up pocket kings. Now people saying that Garrett might have bullied her into giving the money back.
Heads up.
And Eric's going to give him... Eric's going to call, and Eric's hit a piece of it here.
Raise to 6,000.
Well, Mike has bet 2,000 here, so he bet really small, and he's sort of induced this raise.
A small bet for Mike.
So he bets kind of small, and Eric's going to throw like a little raise in here with the 7, probably for a little bit of protection. And just a call. Turn is a 3, brings in 5-6. See if Eric's going to slow down here and play with full pot control. No, he's going to bet 11,000. And Mike just calls. And the river here is a 6, and Mike is still good. For a second, I thought it gave Eric 2 pair, and he's just going to give a check behind. And Mike's almost even here. He is almost even.
Let him.
Yeah, but it means the blind in between is gonna mess up the blind. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay, how much?
So either 800 straddle or push 6.
800 straddle?
Yeah, that works. Only one blind.
Make it.
Could have sworn there were more hands with
and Andy here with Ace King.
Rip and Robbi. She comes back, but so I guess some of the hands that Garrett mentions in his report do happen later. So I was right on that. Pretty sure.
You know Bart, right? Bart Towns?
Yeah, no.
I just saw him outside.
Isn't he commenting?
Yeah, I said good luck commentating.
Oh, he doesn't have to go in there yet because of the delay, right?
Yeah, because of the delay, he's gonna start in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, he already knows what's going on, so he has to act surprised when it happens, when he sees the hand, right?
Yeah, but still, like, he still doesn't know anything. He has no idea what happened.
He doesn't know what's going on?
No, it
It's
just
a 30-minute
arrived.
delay.
Or shortly before.
He's gonna go in there now.
So now he's gotta
figure out what the hell happened. Well, I still don't know what's happened. No, Mike did tell me that when I walked in, because obviously we're on a delay, that some crazy stuff had gone down, but I wasn't privy to the details of it. And we're heads up here.
It's
7
it's
o'clock.
like going into the time reversal and Tenet. You know, Bart's walking into the past.
Jack 9 of clubs.
What did Phil go? What did Phil Ivey go?
Check.
Okay.
Phil Ivey's betting.
I'm just curious, where, like, did he delete
Yeah,
the
someone
casino?
said in the chat, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. People being certain that she cheated. Somebody said case closed. I mean, that's my point. You thinking it's case closed is illogical because many experienced poker players did not think she cheated and thought it was far from a case closed. So the fact that you think it's case closed, I think, is an illogical conclusion, just knowing that there's other experienced players who do not think that. That alone should make you question the fact that you think it's case closed. Like, that your certainty is an issue. You should examine that. In the same way, it would be a problem if I was like, I'm 100% certain, case closed, that she didn't cheat. That would be, I think it'd be less silly because I don't think she cheated, but it still would be silly and bad logic.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it's only like 2 hours.
If you think case closed that she cheated, I just would not want you on any jury judging me for anything or anybody else for anything of substantial importance, because I think the certainty is the problem, especially when there's so many explanations for so many of the things that could easily be explained in other ways.
Brewski's going to give Eric a call here with ace high, a little value there for Eric.
I won a single hand against Phil Ivey, so
I just want to beat Phil Ivey in a big pot, and then my dream is complete. I just want to beat him in a big pot.
I think I'll do another half hour of this. There's still a good amount of footage. I'd actually like to keep watching this, so maybe I'm going to do one more live stream
Win or lose, I
after
want
this.
to play a big pot with Phil.
I get it.
That's interesting, because I bet you that's the only guy that Andy probably feels that way about poker. Win or lose, I just want to get into a pot with Phil Ivey, because that's not usually something you would think would come out of Andy's mouth.
is 200.
All right, Rusuke.
You too again.
What a surprise.
How about top set here for Rusuke?
7,000.
And Eric's hit a piece of it here. Eric's hit a piece of it here.
You can't just let it go.
And Rusuke here just with the call. Turn is a queen.
You know, getting back to the timing thing, notice it was not a snap call, right? Like, you hit top set, you're going to think about it a little bit if you decide to slow play.
Hey, you all right, man? Hey, I understand you're mad, man, but let's move on. Let's play some poker, man. Yes, sir. No, I'm not.
He's telling Rip to calm down and play poker. Yeah, Andy wants that money. Andy's focused on the important stuff.
Trust me, dude. It's been a weird couple hours here, you know. But let's.
No,
let's do the game.
Garrett accused her of cheating.
Okay.
And asked her to give the money back.
But why did she agree though?
Because he said he threatened her that he was going to make a big deal out of it. He said, "I'm going to make a big deal out of it, and we're going to if you're in this and this and that."
But I don't understand. Like, just how can he prove that she cheated? Like,
she was.
I don't understand. Like, basically, he's saying that
Party's getting fired back up.
the hustler's cheating.
Exactly.
That's like
he's saying the hustler's cheating.
No, he thought I was cheating.
How could you be cheating?
Why'd you give the money?
Because I called him.
Why'd you give the money back?
I said I want minimal disruption. What's gonna make you happy? He said to give me my money back.
He's a sore loser then. Sore fucking loser.
Yeah, they are not talking, you know, getting back to the behavior element. I mean, they are not talking like anybody that colluded cheating, like her loose reactions, his loose reactions. I mean, would they really, you have to ask yourself, would those two especially really be acting this way if they're cheating? Like, his reaction just comes off as super genuine, as someone who's just genuinely frustrated for his friend's sake.
I'd like to get 120 from you also.
I was like, I'll win it back because I'm a cocky bitch. And I'm like, you know what? Take
And
it.
her loose behavior is, you know, that's what struck me immediately when I first saw it. Was like, she just, you know, it's behavior, so it's not evidence, but it's why I initially thought she was innocent.
Like, okay, like the hand blew my mind. Honestly, it was like the weirdest hand I've ever seen, but I don't understand like how you could be cheating. Like,
Because I misread the 3, and he knows that. I thought, remember when I said, oh, our 3 is good enough?
yeah. I heard
So now she's going back to the threes thing. So, but again, her going back to the thinking she misread her hand, saying she misread her hand. There's so many explanations. She's an unreliable narrator, no matter how you slice it. I mean, like in the duress of being accused of cheated too. Whether she did misread her hand or not, she could have been like looking for reasons because she knew that Garrett didn't buy her explanation. So now she's like under duress, looking for reasons to make it more explanatory. So either if she did misread her hand or not, she's got some incentive to be like, oh, I misread my hand. And I still think it's in play that she might have misread her hand and then gone back and forth because she felt stupid about saying she misread her hand initially.
You're the 400 bucks.
And again, a cheater is just going to have a story and stick to it, right? Like, why, you know, a cheater would be prepared for this, especially if they're somebody knowing they might get in a spot going on a limb like that.
You understand? You offering him and giving the money back?
I was like, are you going to come back in here? He's like, no. I was like, I'll give you your money back if you go back in there and you don't ruin production and you don't, like, act weird and stuff. He said, okay. And then Jacob flipped out on it. And then he left.
Because I saw you give him $130,000.
That's a lot of money.
Is that not a reason to
I'm
freak
going to
out?
win that money back. I'm not bothered by that.
You're
going
gonna win the money back?
I'm not going to deal with drama. I don't
You
want
deserved it.
drama.
You won the hand.
I think the fact that like
Well,
you giving him the money back, like, I just think it's like.
Makes it
what
worse.
am I supposed to do?
It makes it worse.
Walking out. He's walking
Yeah,
out
but
and making it dramatic.
I mean, I'm just saying like
That's not
him
the
accusing you of cheating.
Let him do
Everyone
that.
knows why I gave my money, why I gave him this money back.
Well, why-
He was being extra, and I didn't know how to deal with it.
She was being extra.
So here, is this gonna calm you down? Good, go, have it. We all redistribute money on this table anyway.
No, I respect
But
that.
he's accusing you of something that's like very serious. And, like,
Yeah.
it's
He
like,
didn't. He gave into it. He was like, it would just make me feel better.
It just makes you who cares if he feels better.
He gave into it, but he still took
He,
the money?
I was like, dude, he's like, I don't. He's like, it just, it's.
I'm gonna go
It would
3,000.
just make me feel better.
3,000 is a bit.
He wasn't accusing me of that.
3,000?
Yeah,
Why
3,000.
did if he wasn't accusing you, why did he take the money then?
I don't know. He's upset. He's really upset.
Okay.
I think I would be like really shocked if that was my hand and I lost to the jack high, but like the hand blows my mind, you know. But like I just don't understand like how you could be cheating. There's no like
No, there isn't. And that was already clarified. I'm not.
Yeah,
and
it's
even
just of course
Ivy
you're not.
over there is like, you did nothing
There's no way,
wrong.
because like
I
if
don't
you're
know why
cheating, that means like
Yeah.
Hustler Casino Live is like helping you cheat,
No,
which makes zero
of course
sense,
not.
right?
It makes no sense.
So like why would?
Here's what her hand was. And she called it.
So like that's why I don't think you should give them money, because like you're not cheating, right?
Honestly, it's to calm them down because
Yeah, but-
too
To
upset.
calm him down? You gave him the money?
But I don't want you guys. I appreciate production and what they're doing, and so like in order to like mitigate the aggression and like whatever.
You got to understand, Robbie's not in this, you know, you got to understand her motivations. She's not in this to make money. She's in this to seem cool. And, you know, I mean, Lyman's take on it was she's there to get famous, which I don't know if that's really true. She's there to, but I agree that she is there to, she's not there to be a, you know, a serious high stakes poker player. She's there to get attention and seem cool and increase her profile and such. Like, if you understand that about her, which I think is quite clear, the giving the money back makes more sense, because she's not in it for the money. She just wants to try to get over this stuff. It's the same stuff that leads to people making false confessions and stuff, you know. I just wanted to go back to normal and get over it. We're throwing money around all the time. What's it matter?
I'm like, you know what? Is this what you need? I was like, cool. Here, have it.
248.
It's like it's almost just like giving into
I
something.
mean, I just think behavior-wise, the chances of a cheater ever just like loosely talking in the way she's done are so low too. Like, you wouldn't see somebody just like talk on and on about this stuff in a very loose way.
Throwing a tantrum. That's what it felt like. I'm like, okay, you good? Here you go.
Alright, let's play poker.
Literally went off stream.
I think Andy went from thinking that it was likely something suspicious happened to now feeling like he's kind of been like back to neutralized about it. You know, he's like this. I think he kind of like intuitively or otherwise senses that Robbi seems genuinely like just kind of clueless about poker, and that helps explain the situation.
And took the money
He
back.
did. He wanted to talk to me about it.
This is insane.
I mean, Andy's main focus logically was like, if she cheated, that means the whole stream is corrupt and I shouldn't be playing in this, right? So that's kind of where his focus is. Like, is there anything that would make me get up and walk away? And I think he's decided like, nah, it's all good. Let's keep going.
When he talked to you about it, he called you outside to talk to you about it? Is that what happened? And so, what was the conversation?
I explained to him my reasoning and rationale behind it.
2400.
I was like, he's like, well, I'm going to go home. And
Shouldn't
I
have
was like,
given
well,
money.
what's going to make you stay? He's like, if you split it.
But the thing is, it's not going to make him happy.
But why did you give him the whole thing? You wanted you to split it and you just gave him everything?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, what? Like and Ryan didn't want him anything to do with it. And if he wants to be a bigger man, he can
Oh,
go
it's
back
1-2?
and give me
Yeah, I'm
half.
sorry.
But I'm not dealing with that now. I told him. I
He
was like,
doesn't
we need to
deserve
talk
a
about this.
dime.
What do you
That's the
mean, give
point.
you half?
That's the
He
thing
will.
that doesn't
you're
make
like-
I'm gonna
sense.
look back.
400,
He's
that's what I
upset. Let him
Yeah.
have it.
But
I don't
being
think he'll be
upset
happy
doesn't
though,
justify you having
Yeah, Eric's like, that's not going to make him happy. It'll make him more suspicious.
to like give the money
Give
back.
the money back,
like,
still not
on the
happy.
pot,
That's
like,
my guess.
straight
I know,
up.
it's really absurd.
He's like an ex-wife. Never happy. They just take,
But
you know?
if Jacob didn't go after the bottom him, the guarantee, like the agreement we had is that he's gonna come back down and take a chill, take a breather. He lost a big pot, he got it back.
Is 100 and
Take
then
a breather,
400 to
just
call.
chill out. Okay? But he did it because then.
Why am I upset?
Totally fine. I
Option.
mean, like,
Why would that make me so
It's free to
upset?
check.
now they know. Now they know, Sammy.
Heads up.
Why would that make me so upset? Huh?
Now they know. Now they know.
Heads up.
Oh, I just realized I had the sound off for that. Let me back that up.
If you split it.
Darn it.
The thing is, it's not going to make him happy.
But why did you give him the whole thing? You wanted you to split it and you just gave him everything?
I don't know.
I realized I had the sound off. Damn it.
I'm like, what? Like and Ryan didn't want anything to do with it. And if he wants to be a bigger man, he can come back and give me half. But I'm not dealing with that now. I told him
He doesn't deserve a dime.
What do you mean give you half?
That's the thing that it doesn't make
I don't
sense.
look back. He's upset. Let him have it.
But him being upset doesn't justify you having to like give the money back.
He's still not happy. That's my guess.
Straight up.
Really absurd.
He's like an ex-wife. He's never happy. They just take.
But
You know?
if Jacob didn't go after him for bottom him, the guarantee, like the agreement we had is that he's gonna come back down and take a chill, take a breather. He lost a big pot. He got it back.
Do the 100 and then 400 to
Shut
ball.
up. Okay? But he did it because
Why am I upset?
totally fine. I mean, like,
Why would that make me so upset?
now they know. Now they know, Sammy.
Heads up.
Yeah, so her saying now they know. This was in, my sound was off, so I'll do it again. This was in Garrett's very bad write-up about the account on his 2+2 post. Garrett was trying to say now they know was part of they were accidentally having a public conversation, and now they know could potentially mean they have been discovered as cheaters. That's just such a bad, ridiculous observation that a cheater, if Robbi was cheating, she would accidentally be saying now they know about people knowing they cheated. The explanation is that they were talking about Rip kind of apologizing for being upset, the fact that Robbi was saying Garen didn't want to come back because of Rip's outburst, and Robbi saying now they know about the fact that they're friends, and might have a financial arrangement or something, who knows. But but this is Garrett's report is so bad. There's just all of these like worst case biased interpretations of literally everything. Rip can't hide his frustration in his body language. Like, of course he's frustrated. His friend, he thinks his friend got bullied into giving money back, and like the idea that that a cheater would be saying now they know about them getting caught cheated is just so patently absurd. But this is the quality of the whole report that Garrett wrote. When I read that report, it was so bad and just so biased and emotional, and it's just straight up wrong in some cases. That when I read that, I was like, if this is the best Garrett can put together, it really shows the lack of evidence that against Robbi, basically, and made me even more certain that there was no good evidence that she cheated.
Rip here with top pair against a deuce.
Check.
Rip's gonna bet for value here. I assume that Robbi is. Let's see if she gets curious here with a deuce. I was gonna say I've got a couple things about that little interaction to say. So for anybody that I think I could buy possibly into the fact that just because Robbi gave Garrett money back does not mean she's admitting to anything, that she might have felt in the moment. People could use the word bullied or just doing it to sort of quell the situation. I can buy into that. I can see that point of view. On the other side, in terms of what actually happened, I'll go back to what I said before. Now she's claiming that she misread her hand, which was a 3, that she had Jack 3. Why wouldn't you just say that at the time? That's the thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But we're back.
1200.
Three-way action here, $4,100 pot. Andy here with top pair. And Rip is going to call here with a gut shot wheel draw. And an overcard, and there's the overcard, turns an ace.
3,000.
And Andy is a non-believer here. He's getting led into for 3,000 and a call. River here is a 3. Or excuse me, Andy check call turn, and Rip's going to bet again here. 4,000, very small. Backdoor spades came in. Andy can't beat an ace or a 3 now, and only chops with a jack.
Again, huh? We just got 5 players back now. Nice hand.
Hey.
You had it this time, huh? Nice hand, nice hand, nice hand.
You have ace?
Yeah.
Nice hand.
Watch a couple more hands. A few more minutes. Then I'll continue it. One more stream after this. I want to watch the next couple hours.
Hello, everyone.
None of it makes sense.
Nothing makes sense at all.
None of it. The whole thing
It doesn't matter how you slice it, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
makes sense.
is so ridiculous.
Her call didn't make sense.
They're giving the money back.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
None of it makes
but
sense.
her cheating doesn't make any sense. No,
So
how can she
weird.
cheat?
Would never give that money back.
And the fact that he took it back.
Yeah, I know.
What a bitch.
Yeah, he took it back. He did. Yes, he did. I saw it.
And we're sitting here like, is she just came to give.
Well, what do you, for people that watch Doug Polk's breakdown, what do you think the main evidence of her cheating is then? Because I have never seen any good evidence that that anyone should be anywhere near certain that she cheated. So I would just ask, what is the factor that there's got to be some factor that makes you think that?
You're like, what?
And why did she have 125 rack like that?
She came with 250 and she only went in with 100.
I
So
see.
she had a 150 behind her. In case she gets blasted, then, if she torches it, she has money in the backup.
I'd be surprised if I don't think Doug Polk. I mean, regardless of the video he did, I doubt that Doug Polk is confident that she cheated.
Unbelievable.
All right, 3,000 now.
Wow.
Let's go.
What a sore loser, huh?
This. Okay, around. Heads up.
It's high.
Ah, 3!
You call 3?
Yes.
Nice.
I found Phil Ivey.
Where's Phil Ivey?
225.
I told him the game is on. Come on over. He's like, okay,
75 for
fantastic.
you.
I'm coming.
What is he doing?
I'm 400, something like that.
I'm not giving her back either. Just so you know. Don't even ask.
Yeah, if you lose a hand against me, I'm not gonna.
Good call. Good call.
I'm keeping it.
600 dead and 420 you.
Okay, or I for straddle 800. Is that?
2,000. Okay, thank you.
I'll wait until it's over.
You have to post to come into this game. So 600 dead, 420 you.
And 400.
No.
He's buying.
It's going to be 2 blinds, 6 dead, 4 in front of him.
We're still playing 2 blinds, right?
2 blind. Okay.
$400 to go in.
12.
1,200. Hold. 4 to 4. Thank you, Andy.
3 player.
3 players.
Right.
Tension at the table.
Hold. You got it. Check. Check. Round.
That was another little instance of some ostentatious behavior from Rip. Waiting to act, he's like reaching for chips, like he might bet or something. You see that a lot. In the same way, kind of a similar thing to like betting and acting like you're going to turn your cards over when you're weak. Like if you see people doing various things with their chips or cards or moving around a lot when they're waiting to act, make you more likely to keep bluffing. That's 3-way too, obviously. But, so limit to that on the 3-way pot, obviously.
Check. Check. It's 4,000. Call.
I keep paying you.
You got a
Or
pair?
maybe,
Hold on, guys,
maybe,
1 second. Actually,
maybe
right
Ruski.
here. It's all right.
Hey, somebody.
Maybe you're paying Ruski.
All right, then.
I have a jack.
You have a jet? Okay.
Diamonds, eight.
Hallelujah.
Sorry? Wasn't me. Okay, it's okay.
Easy call.
Thank you.
Easy money, Mike. Nice hand.
Appreciate that.
Okay, blinds, please check if you're going to be 400.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I asked somebody in the chat to, why they thought she cheated, and I just don't see, there's no response there. I've covered all those things. I just don't see any, there's no aspect there that points to, is conclusive or near conclusive evidence of cheating, is what I'm saying. Again, Doug has an incentive to talk about a lot of things, but I would bet money, I haven't looked into it, but I would bet money Doug is not certain or even near certain that she cheated. I think that he just had an incentive to cover all the things that people talked about. I think the abundance of things there is to talk about can create the illusion that something fishy happened, which may persuade some people that she cheated. Like in the same way that Garrett walking through all these things, which a bunch of stuff he talks about, and it's like not even relevant. It's all like biased, worst case interpretations, completely irrelevant. You still have people being like, I stand with G-Man. this people acting like he put up a bunch of good points. One of the best things I ever read. It was just straight garbage. But, the fact that there's a lot of things to talk about, like the Brian taking chips off her stack, I would say, Lyman and I discussed that. Like, if a lot of people thought that was conclusive or near conclusive evidence of some fishiness going on, it's like, no, if you were somebody who was stealing chips off people's stacks, stealing it off Robbi's when she's overwhelmed and distracted and has all this drama going on, she's the perfect person to steal from. So just to say things that look like they might be connected in different ways if she was innocent. Like that would, if I was Brian looking for a chance to steal chips out of people's stacks, she would be the ultimate person to steal from. She doesn't know what's going on. She's distracted. She's giving money back to people. Even if she says she got stolen from, are people really going to trust her? Because now she's like under suspicion. So just to say, there's a lot of factors in this, but when you examine them, there's a lot of explanations that are present that should make you have a lot of plausible or a lot of reasonable doubt.
I'm the 100,
Yes,
right?
please. Can I 470?
And I'll probably put something up on my PokerTell Substack about the various factors that Lyman and I talked about. I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to do this probably next weekend, do another live stream, because I'm just curious for my own sake about what happens in the few hours after this game, and some of the hands are referenced in Garrett's very bad report. So I'm going to keep watching. Okay, so I'll stop it now. Thanks for watching, everybody, and again, go to youtube.com/readingpokertells if you want to watch more of these. And again, if you want a discount on my stuff, you can use the code LIVE, LIVE, as a discount code on my readingpokertells.com and readingpokertells.video.